Violent backstory of the Rudest diss track. Ooh, Table's turn.
Fans are going wild right now after a West London rapper called Abzsav dropped probably the rudest 3 songs to ever come out. In today's video, we are going into the backstory of these 3 diss tracks, which will clear up a lot about what we are going into the backstory of
I'm just looking at the Cheetos. I know they have different,
which will clear up a lot about why they are so violent. Let's get into it. So if you're not up to date, like I said before, West London rapper Abzsav just dropped 3 of the rudest diss tracks that ever come out. So rude and disrespectful that it's even opening the question of if dissing the dead should be illegal. Now I know a couple of you guys probably have not heard the songs, so I put them on the screen now. But we'll be breaking them down and going through the history.
I fucking get no fucking motion. My bad, he got more motion than me though. North, what does that say? Oh, North Holt, Abzsav, Table's Turn 2.0, Table's Turn 3.0. I thought it went like, oh, is this re-uploads? This probably re-uploads. That's why his number's not looking like that. It's on 3 different channels. Okay, that makes sense.
History behind all of this. So the rapper who dropped these
they would have been at over $1 million. Okay,
tunes is a rapper called Abzsav, who's from an area called Norfolk at the edge of West London. And from the outside,
West London, you got like Central C, Digga D, Fredo.
It doesn't look like the worst area, but Norfolk is home to Abzav's gang, N Gang. It doesn't look like the worst area, but Norfolk is home to Abzav's gang, N Gang. N Gang is also part of a bigger gang across the London borough of Ealing, which is a collective of members from towns in Ealing called Southall, Greenford, and of course Norfolk. The reason they're called 156 is because the areas covered in the gang are UB1, UB5, and UB6 postcodes. 156 beef quite a lot of West London, especially its surrounding areas, but they're mainly into it with a gang from Rayners Lane, which is a 7-minute drive from Norfolk where Abzsav is from. But 156 are better known for their feud with another gang from West London called CGM, which is infamously the gang of the big rapper Digga D. And despite the beef between Rayners Lane and 156 being more personal, most people are probably familiar with CGM and 156 issues, mainly just because CGM are much more well known than Rayners Lane, with CGM rapper Digga D hitting mainstream type of views on his songs, and other members like Rack 5 and Horrid 1 hitting decent numbers as well. But a big reason to do with CGM's blow up on the scene.
I feel like I know who Horrid 1 is.
Horrid 1 hitting decent numbers as well. But a big reason to do with CGM's blow up on the scene was actually to
people be having a fat zombie knives in the UK. Yeah.
156. CGM burst onto the scene around 2016 to 17 under their old group's name 1011, and they blew up faster than any other group.
Why'd they change their name?
At the time, gaining millions upon millions of views in some of their first songs as a group. But one of the main reasons for CGM's blow-up was due to a murder which took place in the beef between Rayners Lane and 156 on April 11th, 2017.
It's so crazy you got different names for
a 156 member called T-Wiz barely even just walked out of his Norfolk home until he was approached by 2 Rayners Lane members. T-Wiz was heard arguing with the 2 Rayners Lane members before he was stabbed in his stomach. The 2 attackers then fled the scene, and sadly T-Wiz died later that day. CGM blew up a lot on their early songs due to this death, with CGM mocking him in every song.
Oh, CGM.
Making the name T-Wiz a well-known name in the UK just off his death.
Damn.
CGM even mocked T-Wiz so much that members were even banned from saying his name in any future songs. One of the killers of T-Wiz was a Rayners Lane member called T-Rose, and him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder case due to self-defense. After beating future songs. One of the killers of T-Wiz was a Rayners Lane member called T-Rose, and him and the other guy actually managed to beat the murder case due to self-defense. After beating the case, T-Rose then went on to make a drill song about the murder.
Nah, they got they oh, I'm stupid. Like, I've been seeing the hashtags, but like, I don't know why, like, I didn't really pay attention to it. So like the last videos, the lyrics and shit, they was having the hashtags like where they're from or whatever. But they do that on like normal tracks, and they did it with that one shit earlier. Yeah, they had hashtag. I don't know why.
While also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video.
Wait, what? So, yo, this seems super federal. I wouldn't do the hashtag shit. That would be crazy. Like, you see hashtag DOA K-Flock, hashtag Sevside K-Flock. That would be crazy. But, what was I about to say? Bro, the dude that passed away, I forget his name already, but he was from, Abzav's block, and then Rainer's Lane, and CGM started to diss him. They don't have Ricos in the UK, I don't think so. But still, bro, I feel like yeah, he was okay. So it's basically like they're all beefing, all three of them. It's like a 1v1v1. So when that dude died from Abzav's block, Rainer's Lane and CGM decided to diss him. Okay.
Song about the murder, while also recreating the scene of the murder in the music video.
That's
and
crazy.
Even while years went by after T-Wiz's murder, 156 members were still out to get.
CGM and Rainers are cool? Wait, didn't they say they were just beefing? Or are they cool now? Or am I just slow? There are more gangs involved too, but they not mentioned of it.
T-Rose moved around 3 hours from.
Damn. Wait, what?
Murder. 156 members were still out to get him. T-Rose moved around 3 hours from London.
T-Rose?
To a small town called Telford. 156 caught wind of this and rid out 3 hours to Telford, caught T-Rose and shot him to death.
Wait, T-Rose was the one that allegedly caught the body? Rangers Lane and Abzsav gangs are beefing. But I thought they said the reason CGM got on real quick, or the reason Rainer's Lane is because they beef with CGM. Maybe I just made that up. But T-Rose was the one that killed the one dude from Abzav's.
3 years after
So that's why they caught up with
the
them?
murder of T-Wiz. 2 hours before T-Rose's death on the 13th of October.
Okay.
Back in London, another batch of 156 members were also driving around Hayes with a shotgun and revolver, looking for before
My bad, bro. I'm like terrible at
Rose's death on the 13th of October. Back in London, another batch of 156 members were also driving around Hayes with a shotgun and revolver, looking for members of another rival gang to 156 called Purple Haze, when they spotted someone who allegedly had links to the gang called Shaq. The members in the car then proceeded to shoot Shaq multiple times with the revolver, sadly killing him on the scene. The car was then dumped, doused with petrol, and burnt a few miles away from the shooting. 5 people have been charged with this murder so far, including a 13-year-old boy, but are yet to go to trial. Abzsav mentions both T-Wiz and Shaq's murder in his Table Turns 1 song, saying 24 hours 2 got dropped. And even at the start of his second diss track, he mocks T-Rose by pretending he's a skeleton. The reason for this was because a couple years back, CGM member Horrid One mocked T-Wiz by pretending he's a skeleton of him. See, a year before
that was crazy.
Murder of Shaq and T-Rose. The tables
I know what it
very
meant
much
though.
Turned in this feud. Now, if you listen to CGM rapper Digga D's tunes, you'll probably hear or see him mentioning a guy called JoJo, or you might have seen him with a diamond ring with the words "Free JoJo" engraved in it. Well, JoJo was a Rainer's Lane member who was getting into it heavy with 156, so much that the feds had to relocate him more than an hour away from Rainer's Lane to East London and Ilford to keep him out of trouble after he caught a couple cases.
The fuck? They can do that?
But unfortunately, this didn't stop him from getting into it with 156.
What? I ain't never heard no shit like that. They said he catching too many charges. You gotta leave. What the fuck? This man's a menace to society. They kicked him out of the city.
After he caught a couple cases. But unfortunately, this didn't stop him from getting into it with 156.
1 hour from each side? Damn.
Which was clear.
Wait. It's 1 hour from... Damn. London is big, bro. London's worldwide.
On November the 18th, 2017. On this day, JoJo left his Ilford home carrying a black motorcycle helmet at 4:45 p.m. and got a train from Ilford to Norfolk, territory of the 156 gang. He then met up with 3 friends, and around 10 p.m. with 2 mopeds and shanks, they started to circle around Norfolk looking for 156 members. Unfortunately, on some bad timing, some affiliates of 156 just happened to grab some drinks from a shop and were heading back to their friend's house to enjoy their Saturday night. When they got to a road called Newnham Close in Norfolk, which was the same road their friend T-Wiz happened to be stabbed to death a few months back, Jojo and his friends
this is a few months.
spotted the group and jumped off their mopeds to try to catch up to them. The 156 group split up and started running for their lives. But once Jojo and his friends got back on their mopeds looking for the group, they managed to spot an 18-year-old called Jason Isaacs in a dead end separated
that's crazy
from his group, which resulted with Jason being stabbed 8 times from a sword and machete. Jason managed sword
and machete. God damn.
Managed to get himself to a friend's house and eventually to a hospital, but a few days later, sadly, he was pronounced dead.
He was able to
The mopeds from the attack were dumped but later recovered by police. And once the forensic team investigated them, Jojo's blood was discovered on one of the bikes. Not only that, but when the feds pulled up to Jojo's house, they recovered the same puffer jacket, hoodie and helmet which was shown on the CCTV from the attack.
Y'all doing all this burning these cars, but you can't burn the fucking clothes.
Was eventually charged with the murder, but the only issue was that there was 3 more people to catch. The evidence was crazy on Jojo, but the feds didn't want him just to go down for the murder, but Jojo refused to testify against his friends and ultimately was sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Just like T-Wiz,
Damn. That's crazy. 20 years.
Sentenced to life with a minimum of 20 years. Just like T-Wiz, Jay was heavily mocked in songs, mainly from Raina's Lane members, with no type of remorse for the 2 young lives which were lost. And you could tell mentally this really took a toll on Abzsav, who had just lost 2 of his friends. In the recent interview he just done with Fumes the Engineer, he talks about how people were dissing his friends for years.
I know he did, what's it called, interviews. I just thought it was only the plugged in freestyle.
And back then, for a lot of people, it was all fun and games, without anyone realizing that certain guys actually lost a friend in real life. He goes on to say that the reason he called these diss tracks Tables Turned, because he was just replying to all the disses his gang has been getting for years. And when we actually look at the lyrics of his Tables Turned songs, you can see that a lot of disses actually go lyric to lyric, with the same disses opposition gangs have said previously, but obviously just changed up to fit the agenda of his gang. But despite all of this, some people still think Abzsav went too overboard, talking about a lot of sensitive situations, like a CGM member called AP's mum dying. He then even goes into dissing.
Shit. I wonder what they think of New York drill at this point. Motherfuckers' moms, grandmas, dads, everybody getting dissed. Motherfuckers don't even gotta be in the streets to be dissed.
CGM member called AP's mum dying. He then even goes into dissing big UK drill rapper Russ by pretty much saying,
oh, that's Russ. Isn't that Russ Millions? Is that what he call himself? Or did I make that up? I don't know, but I definitely heard it, bro. That's what they was talking about with Russ. Okay. When the other shit.
Then even goes into dissing big UK drill rapper Russ by pretty much saying CGM can't try what they done to Russ, with him dissing AP's mum. A bit of backstory on this: basically around 2 years ago, just like Abzsav, drill rapper Russ also dissed AP's mum in the group chat between Russ and CGM members. At the time, Russ was cool with CGM, mainly because his right hand, another drill rapper called Taze, is cousins with a couple CGM.
Wait, Taze? I've seen this dude
because his right hand.
Wait, wasn't this dude in Top Boy? Am I tripping? This dude was in Top Boy. He was the one with the fucked up eye. I watched Top Boy. That's the only thing I know about UK is the Top Boy shit and the little drill rappers here and there. Okay, what? Okay.
Rapper Russ also dissed AP's mum.
That was a crazy pull. I was like, I seen him before.
CGM members. At the time, Russ was cool with.
Damn, they got a drill rapper to play as like a main part of Top Boy. That's Netflix. Did Netflix do that?
CGM. Mainly because his right hand, another drill rapper called Taze, is cousins with a couple CGM members. After dissing AP's mum, Russ had the show, but after decided to go to CGM's block, thinking he's still cool with them.
Russ and Taze not cool anymore, and also flip gangs together in South London. What does that mean?
But the tables turned.
Russ, we got one banged for verbal, and you was shaking on the fall and took off your shit. Jules, don't lie to the fans. They switched gangs? What the fuck is this? Wait. So, Russ and Taze. Wait, what? What are they? I'm lost right now. So Taze was cool with CGM because his cousin was CGM. Were they part of the same thing? Russ and Taze? Initially? I'm confused, bro. Damn, switching games is crazy. That's what I'm saying. He flipped like it wasn't no West Side shit. He went all the way to the South. Yeah, they were. So they was the same gang. Stopped being cool with each other and then flipped the opposite gangs, or like they flipped together and then they're not cool.
And CGM members to go CGM members. After dissing AP's mum, Russ had the show, but after decided to go to CGM's block, thinking he's still cool with them. But the tables turned and CGM members robbed Russ for his chain.
Wait, so Russ was in a group chat dissing someone's mom, and then after the show he went to They Black and got robbed. Taze and Russ are from South London. Bro, this story just gets deeper and deeper.
He's still cool with them. But the tables turned and CGM members robbed Russ for his chain. For a period of time, it seemed like 156 and Russ were cool though, with a 156 member called Nito.
Wait, 156. Oh, wait, what's 156 again? Is that the R thing? Damn, I'm lost like a motherfucker. Russ is the Rainer something. Right?
MB, even featuring on the remix of Russ's hit single 630.
Wait, there's 156. Oh no, 156 is yeah, Abzsav, yeah. Okay.
6 member called Nito MB. But the tables turned and CGM members robbed Russ for his chain. For a period of time, it seemed like 156 and Russ were cool though, with a 156 member called Nito MB, even featuring on the remix of Russ's hit single 630. But once the song came out, Nito started demanding all over his socials that he wants the song to be taken down, which it eventually was. But despite these CGM and Russ disses, it's clear that Rainer's Lane was the biggest focal point on these songs, with countless disses towards them, mentioning situations like a double shooting on Rainer's Lane members in 2018, or when 5156 members ran into a kebab shop and shot at a couple Rainer's Lane members in 2020. But one of the most painful disses was on a situation that took place quite recently, on the 11th of June 2021. A 15-year-old Rainer's Lane member who went by the name J Taps was on his way to school around CGM member.
Oh fuck, I went all the way back. Oh my god, bro. Okay, we was right here.
Rudest to on the 11th Tap, June 2021. A 15-year-old Rainer's Lane member who went by the name J Taps was on his way to school around 8:30 in the morning when he unfortunately bumped into a 156 member. In video footage, which is way too graphic to post on here, you can see the two get into a tussle, which ended with J Taps being stabbed multiple times and soaked in the blood of Paul in his own school clothes. This was literally broad daylight in front of herds of kids making their way towards school. After the stabbing, the kid ran away from the scene, with even builders who are working on the site nearby trying to catch up to the kid until the police came. A 156 member called SLIXZZ is currently awaiting trial for this murder, who was also only 15 and was making his way to school, which is crazy to think that this feud is running so deep that school kids from each side are turning on each other. In Abzsav's second diss track, he even mocked J Taps for not making it to his 16th birthday, which is sad to know that somebody so young lost their life to this feud. Just before J Taps' death, he was seen in a couple pictures throwing up gang signs, and literally just a few days before his death, he was seen in the Rainer's Lane music video called For Real, which would have made him a target for 156 members. Apart from Rainer's Lane, Abzsav also takes a
Wait, they got green flags too? Doesn't 3x3 wear green flags? Or is that just... That don't mean shit, right? I don't think it means
pretty much half of West London. Areas like West Drayton, South Acton and Wildstone, who are all lesser known areas to have conflicts with 156, which really makes you deep how much beef 156 actually have. But I want to know what everybody thinks of these tracks. Do people think Abzsav went too far on these? Or do people think it's justified due to the previous mocking of his friends? And most importantly, do people think these tracks are even worth it? It's definitely got the whole community talking and hearing about Abzsav, which could work to his favour in his future career. But with the police taking down his songs, his YouTube channel and even his TikTok, he's probably gonna have trouble in the future making any songs without them being taken down. With the police pretty much
say like that out there, A lot of gangs wear same colors but are from totally different areas.
Just having control of what is allowed to be put
There's
out
only a
there.
certain
These
number of
tracks
colors.
also might get blackballed from the industry, with a lot of labels and shows not really wanting to get involved with controversial artists, which can mess up their brand, which may even prevent other artists from wanting to work with him also. I do think Abzsav is a very talented artist, and if he plays his cards right, he could capitalize on the boost of clout he's now got. But if he doesn't, he's in danger of letting
damn, this is only 6 months ago.
Tracks
I was trying to figure out, like, did he like blow up after this, or you feel me fizzle out?
overshadow his career. It's
only
been your
been 6
boy
months,
Kid Nerd, and peace out.
I've partnered up with Atlas.
Yeah. That was a good ass video. I like that.